right now, and I want to start it off by just talking about what I believe is the great gift, the great gift that was given to us by our founding fathers, that was passed down in the greatest charter ever written for Western civilization, for man to organize and be together and to work together in harmony to create a great country that we have, that led the country, it's leading the country, regardless of what this guy in the White House says. It is leading the country. It's a beacon of liberty and justice. And the great gift is something that is now in danger. Intellectual liberalism is sinking America. Academics as a politic is liberalism. Institutional ideology, degrees, tenure, all of this stuff is what is foremost in the country. It's what's foremost in politics. It's what's driving the conversation and the narrative. My question is, where is the wisdom? Wisdom and intellectualism do not go hand in hand. Intellectualism is masturbatory. Intellectualism is narcissistic. It's indulgent. It goes nowhere. It's wisdom. It's the application of experience in the world that makes the difference. Wisdom is in the founding fathers. That's what they instilled in the youth of this country way back 236 years ago. 236 years ago. It's a blessing that we've lasted this long, and now we're up against it. And so, wisdom does not exist in liberalism, in academia. It doesn't have a place in the narrative of today. And we're losing that. We're losing wisdom. We're losing the ability of our young people to recognize wisdom. We're lacking the ability for our young people to look at people over 33 years of age and have respect for them. We're losing the ability to have people who should look to their elders, to their grandparents, and to the octogenarians, the people who are 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years of age, that have gone before them, that have something to give. Not everybody certainly has anything to give. I think most people are pains in the asses to begin with. I just think most people have been sucking their thumb all of their life and just moving forward, over the cliff like lemmings. Very few of them have been brought to the forefront. They've been kept from coming to the forefront. And usually they come to the forefront within politics. And American politics is finished. American politics is at the very nadir of being turned into a communist ploy between left and right, between the establishments of the GOP and the establishments of the Democratic Party. The homage, the politic is within the party. The politic isn't groups of people coming together under the banner of republicanism, constitutional conservatism, and coming forth to support and promote the wisdom that's in our charter. It is to celebrate the party. There's a great article in the American Thinker, and it's a blog. You can pick it up. It's go to americanthinker.com and americanthinker.com, yeah, and it's all one word run together. And there's an article in there, which we'll get into here, by Darren Jonescu, Jonescu, and it's called "The Gathering Storm Within the GOP." And it's a 4-page article. It's a beautiful article. I'm not going to certainly read you the 4-page article. But I am going to pull little elements out of it as we go along here today and talk to you about it, because it goes right smack dab into the teeth of what I believe the failure of the Republican Party has been for the last 40, 50 years. And that is the go along to get along culture. How do you go to Washington and lose track of the Constitution and not have the guts to stand up and fight against liberalism? We've got a guy in the White House today, right now, that doesn't belong there. He doesn't belong in the garden. He doesn't belong outside. He doesn't belong in the state or the city near where freedom reigns. This guy is a street hustler. This guy is an abject admitter, a advocate of anti-American life, anti-American culture, anti-American belief system, anti-constitution, anti-liberty, anti-free speech, anti-guns, anti-American, anti-Americanism, anti-capitalism, and every other anti you can throw in there. This guy hates this country. I don't know how many times it has to be said. I don't care if he's orange in color. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It's his leadership. Excuse the term that I apply to this guy. It's his leadership towards the abyss. And you can only make this work over a period of decades that has brought us to this point if you have duped and fooled and systematically destroyed education in this country. If you don't talk about freedom and liberty in your homes, if you don't have books in your homes that talk about freedom and liberty, if you don't have politicians that you vote for in your areas and send them to Washington, send them to your state capital. Here in California, it's Sacramento. Is that town bankrupt yet? I mean, it should be. We've got two now, as I've stated before. Stockton, which is close to Sacramento, and San Bernardino, down here out in the desert where the Hells Angels are. You know, let the Hells Angels run the country. They're better off than these people running it. And we're going to get into a lot of this stuff as we go along. I'm going to give you some reasoning. I'm going to give you some things that are self-evident. You will be able to see and think for yourself, which is the whole point. That's the reason I do this show with Mike Horn, and that is because I believe in promoting what is self-evident, what is common sense, what is reasonable. It's the Constitution of the United States that's at stake.